Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here on this Tuesday, the fifth day of the third month. Glad to see the sunshine, and it felt much better indoors than out. Wind chill factors made it feel very brisk, to put it very mildly, out there today. I was out in it, and if you had an uncovered or exposed part of your body, including your hands or face, you felt it. That's going to be the scenario tonight. Temperatures down around 10, 11, 12 degrees. Winds out of the west upwards of 20 miles per hour. That equals wind chill factors of right around 0 to 1 or 2 degrees tonight. Another bitter cold one tonight. We'll climb a few degrees tomorrow with some sunshine, and then we're going to see our next setup, which we're watching. And in fact, weak front gives us a few chance for some flurries tonight, and then Thursday of this week, there's some snow out in front of our next system. Early computer renderings indicating anywhere from 0 to maybe 2 inches of snowfall for the viewing area. It could go one way or the other because we're right on that line, as we often are. And then we might be in for a mess this weekend related to a mess in the western part of the United States that could give us some significant showers and thunderstorm activity. We'll know more about all of that when we're 24 hours closer tomorrow night, and then we'll have your forecast for tonight and thereafter in the recent update in just a few moments. Headlines tonight will include an impromptu interview with one of, I believe it is, 8 candidates for Kentucky's Secretary of State who stopped by the Your News Today and Sagersville Independent offices earlier today. A couple of arrests, and I had the opportunity to sit with a Magoffin County High School graduating senior who signed her letter of intent to continue her athletic and college education or educational profession earlier today at the Magoffin County High School. Great story. Be glad to bring it to you in just a few seconds. Now, just a quick update on one thing and a couple of others before we get to our local headlines. Last night in the program, I had Superintendent of Schools Scott Helton with us, who was talking about his opposition to House Bill 205 and that of other school superintendents. House Bill 205 aims to be a tax credit essentially to individuals who donate monies and to help fund scholarships for private schools, possibly taking as much as $25 million from the public school system in the state of Kentucky. Superintendent Helton was among many superintendents and other faculty and supporters who were in Lexington yesterday for a press conference on the matter. For an update, nothing's really happened as of today. From what I understand, the sponsor of House Bill 205, who has tried, I believe now 3 times unsuccessfully to get 205 passed, that's House Majority Floor Leader John Carney. He says that right now it doesn't appear as though he has the votes to get this bill through. The measure has been opposed, of course, as we said, by many in the public school system, many school superintendents, of course, teachers rallying against 205 just days ago as well, as it will give significant tax credits to anyone who donated for scholarship funds for private schools. For special needs children, those in foster care, up to a family of 4 who makes up to $92,000 a year as well. We'll keep you up to date should there be any movement on 205. The governor has also said that he will sign House Bill 205 into law should it pass. The governor has also already signed Senate Bill 77 into law. That was sponsored by Republican Senator Julie Adams. That gives people in the state of Kentucky another option in regards to becoming an organ donor. Right now it's done at our circuit clerk's offices most often when you renew or get your driver's license. Driver's license in the state of Kentucky right now being valid for 4 years. That's about to change. They're going to be valid for a period of 8 years, and that means those folks won't be coming in as often and have as many opportunities to become organ donors. So Senate Bill 77 makes it eligible, or makes it available for individuals to go online and become an organ donor. Attorney General Andy Beshear today announced a Prestonsburg woman was sentenced in order to repay the state Medicaid program more than $12,000 after she pled guilty to theft and engaging in a scheme to defraud the program. 34-year-old Amy Sloan of Prestonsburg, a former employee of Minix Eye Care, entered a guilty plea on December the 7th to 1 count of theft by unlawful taking over $10,000 and 1 count of devising or engaging in a scheme to defraud Kentucky Medical Assistance Program, the Kentucky Medical Assistance Program, of $300 or more. This results after a months-long investigation. The prosecution of this case say that it all resulted in the state Medicaid program recouping the thousands of dollars that were wrongly taken by the defendant. It's alleged that while she worked for Minix Eye Care, she, along with her co-defendant Mark Minix, Marcus Minix billed the Medicaid program for services that they didn't provide. They received over $10,000. An exact amount wasn't detailed in the press release, but over $10,000 from the Kentucky Medicaid program for the fraudulent billing. She was sentenced on March the 1st, just 3 days ago, to a 7-year sentence. That sentence was probated. Marcus Minix's case is still pending. He has already entered a plea of not guilty. I'm going to go ahead and pause for a quick commercial message. When we come back, our first of local headlines for tonight. Whether it's game time, family time, or any kind of fun or hungry time, it's always a perfect time for the party platter from your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. 20 crispy buffalo wings, 20 hot and spicy wings, fried pickles, cheese sticks, jalapeno poppers, mini corn dogs, jumbo breast strips, and spicy jumbo dippers. It feeds a crowd for only $34.99, and you get $3 off if you call and order one at least a day ahead. It's party time at your Sagersville Lee's. You're guaranteed to save a lot this week at your Sagersville Save-A-Lot. Ground beef's on sale, 3 pounds or more in family packs, just $2.19 a pound. Bottom round beef roast, $2.69 a pound. Need something on the sweeter side? How about honey buns, nutty bars, or oatmeal cream pies in the big packs? 2 for $6. Pepsi products are 3 for $10. Banquet pot pies are just 69 cents. And Betty Crocker cake mixes are on sale, 99 cents each. Price is good through Tuesday, March the 5th, only at your Sagersville Save-A-Lot, and check out their new website at savergroup.com. At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National.
If you've been injured in an accident, make no mistake, it's all about the money. Considering filing bankruptcy, it's all about the money. I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. I represent injured people who deserve all the money they can get. I represent people who deserve to keep their hard-earned money. If you've been injured or considering filing bankruptcy, call me at my Sayersville office at 349-4522 or at my West Liberty office at 743-1965.
It's taking over. There's no escape. You better get moving. Ready or not, it's about to go down. Here it comes now. Get ready. Get ready. Moving. Ready or not, get ready.
Just in at Parkway Gun and Pawn, and everybody was eyeing this one. A lever action Adler Arms 410. And this Maverick over and under 12 gauge, another over and under 12 gauge by TriStar. And if you're looking for something air powered but still potent, this Ruger 22 caliber rifle will have you covered, and this Gamma 177 is just in stock. And they've got the latest in personal protection in all the calibers and in all the names and styles that you're looking for. And they won't last long at Parkway Gun and Pawn, 349 Pawn. It's coming up, and it comes around every 10 years, and the governor of Kentucky is encouraging everyone to be a part of it because there's a great deal in the balance. The governor today joined members of the 2020 Census State Task Force, a bipartisan delegation of state legislators and stakeholder groups in Frankfort to encourage statewide participation in the 2020 U.S. Census, saying, quote, "The decennial U.S. Census is a vital undertaking that directly impacts each state's legislative representation, as well as the allocation of federal funds and government services, and every single person's life is only made better by being counted. It's as simple as that." The U.S. Constitution mandates that a census of the population is conducted once every 10 years for the purposes of assigning delegates to the United States Congress, as the number of representatives assigned to each state is dependent, of course, on the state's population. Along with assigning those congressional delegates, census data is also used to figure out how more than $675 billion in federal funding is distributed back to states and local communities every year for infrastructure, health care, schools, roads, jobs, and the like. An impromptu interview today on the steps of the Sagersville Independent and Your News Today studios as one of the 8 candidates for Kentucky's Secretary of State stopped through on his way through eastern Kentucky. Magoffin County, I believe, marking 75 counties that he has now been to, going on to his 76th after this interview, giving us a bit of information about his background and his reason for wanting to be Kentucky's Secretary of State.
I grew up working class in Paducah on the other side of the state. My family were very apolitical, but to the extent they were political, they were Democrats. I was the first Republican in my family. I grew up first to go to college in my family. Was fortunate enough to go to college on a scholarship and then get into Harvard Law School and attend there on low-income aid as well. And then I came back to Kentucky and started working for Republicans. And I worked for Senator McConnell, Governor Fletcher, President George W. Bush's Justice Department in Washington. And I came back here to Kentucky. In the last dozen or so years, I built the National Republican Election Law practice, representing Vice President Pence, National Federation of Republican Women, the Republican Attorneys General Association, members of Congress, pro-life groups, and so forth.
Why Secretary of State?
The Secretary of State is the chief election official of the Commonwealth, and I believe I'm the best qualified person to do that job, and also the best qualified person to clean up all of Allison Grimes' scandals.
Is there any area specifically that you wish to target or not or otherwise?
Well, the first thing is I want to restore a sense of public confidence to that office. Secretary Grimes is being investigated by 2 state boards, as well as a special prosecutor appointed by the State Attorney General. We cannot have any of our government officials under suspicion, but if there's any one job that has to be above suspicion and reproach, it's the Secretary of State, our chief election official. Our chief election official has to be above partisanship and above suspicion, so that our elections are above suspicion. So I would start with that. I also want to purge the voter rolls of people who have died or moved out of state. I also want to impose a photo ID requirement on our elections. Right now, state law doesn't require that.
I've got a couple of arrests out of Johnson County on some meth and other related charges that I don't have the accompanying information on. However, there was a couple from Belfry arrested last night here in Sagersville for more than a half pound of marijuana that was discovered in their car as they were coming through Magoffin County. The Laurens, 34-year-old Ryan and 33-year-old Lacey, were traveling through Sagersville very early this morning, around 4 or 5 in the a.m., when they were stopped for a traffic violation by Sagersville police officer Mike Nichols, who, upon approaching the vehicle, smelled a strong odor of marijuana. The driver, Lacey Laurens, admitted to smoking marijuana just shortly before the traffic stop and was charged with DUI. In the vehicle was a little more than a half pound of marijuana in a vacuum-sealed bag that the husband, Ryan, claimed possession of. He was charged with possession of marijuana, as well as possession of a controlled substance for an amount of Suboxone he had on his possession without a prescription. Both were taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. Both are from the Belfry area. Next, tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau community calendar that starts off with a couple of birthday wishes. Birthdays begin tonight with that of Marvin Watson. Happy birthday, Marvin, with a lot of love from Sherry and Leanne and Bill and Holly and Will and Neil. Happy birthday, Marvin Watson. And a happy 85th birthday to Loretta LeMasters from all of your kids, grandkids, and a long list of family and friends. Happy, happy birthday to you, Loretta. Going on to tonight's community calendar, an announcement that the Sagersville Grade School will begin kindergarten registration this coming Monday. And to be eligible for kindergarten, a student must be 5 on or before August the 1st. They'll need a certified birth certificate, a valid immunization record, a social security card, and before school starts, the student must have an updated physical and a dental exam and a vision exam. And if you've got any questions about any of that, call the Sagersville Grade School at 349-3411. And remember, the National Education Association's Read Across America event continues tomorrow, and they'll be at the Sagersville Grade School at 1 o'clock, celebrating reading for the 18th year in a row. And they'll be at South Magoffin this Thursday, also at 1. And if you've got a calendar announcement that you need on the program and everyone to hear about, just get it to me any way you can. Turning to funeral service announcements for this Tuesday, a reminder of services to be held for 62-year-old Patricia Lynn Grace Janes of Vansville Borders Road, who passed away on the 3rd, survived by her husband Howard. She's also survived by her sons Bobby and Robbie Helton and daughter Dolly Crace. Visitation is this evening, and prior to tomorrow's services, they'll begin at 1 o'clock tomorrow from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And 49-year-old Simon Marshall Jr. of Littorals Fork passed away on yesterday, the son of the late Simon Sr. and Ina Patrick Marshall. He's survived by his brothers Rick Marshall, Dewey Marshall, Mickey Marshall, and sister Carrie Sue Bailey, and a host of family and friends. Funeral services for Simon are going to be held this Friday at 1 from the Sagersville Funeral Home. The family will welcome friends this Thursday after 5 o'clock and up until Friday's services.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785. Spring can't get here fast enough, but new spring fashions can, and they're already coming in at the seasonal shop. They've got new designs from Simply Southern, including their Simply Cute hair bows, and all sorts of new designs in home decor, new bourbon and bow tie jewelry, and literally something new coming in every day. Make spring happen on your time at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this. Stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Founded in 1974 on the idea that we all deserve and need the very best in medical services and patient-oriented care, but at reasonable prices we can afford, Big Sandy Healthcare and Hope Family Medical Center have also put together a team of professionals and providers, all at one location, all with you and your family in mind. With pharmacy, dental, lab and x-ray, pediatrics, adult medicine, behavioral health, and more. Come see us for anything at Hope Family Medical Center in Sagersville. The flu and flu-like illnesses are widespread in Kentucky, and they're not going away anytime soon. So odds are, if you aren't or haven't been sick, you likely will be. And Parkway Pharmacy has exactly what we all need to fight it and any other cold or illness. From immune boosters for adults and children as young as 2 to all-natural homeopathics made right here in the United States of America. They can help prevent you from getting sick or get you fast relief if you already are. With great tasting and easy-taking gummies, powdered mixes, rapid melting fruity tablets, and syrups at Parkway Pharmacy. Check out the newest arrivals at Gateway Motors, like this 06 twin-turbo V8 all-wheel drive Range Rover, this 06 Jeep Commander full-size trail-rated luxury, this 05 GMC Yukon with third-row heated seats loaded up, and they've got an 08 Nissan Frontier four-wheel drive V6 automatic with only 122,000 miles. And this 06 F-150 has 119,000 original miles. And you can drive off in any or all of these for about $200 a month at Gateway Motors in Sagersville. 349-CAR. A couple of things in local sports tonight. Joined by her family, her coaches, her teammates, and her friends, senior Bethany Joseph made a huge stride today towards her college and professional career, where playing softball and becoming a teacher and maybe a coach herself are in the cards after declaring herself a student at Alice Lloyd.
Bethany, one thing I can tell you is go to Alice Lloyd, go to class.
Go to class.
Go to class.
Coach West.
He's been there.
Mr. West is a graduate from Alice Lloyd.
I've been
Girls
there,
didn't
played
know
baseball, played basketball there. You'll love it. You'll make a lot of friends. Yeah, like Mr. Skaggs said, a lot of people goes into education, doctors, lawyers. I mean, there's a lot of people from this community that has graduated from Alice Lloyd. Grover Arnott, lawyer here in town, has graduated from there. Dentist Max Love is a dentist in Louisville. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that has graduated from Alice Lloyd in the past. A lot of teachers, even in the school system here, has graduated from Alice Lloyd. And like I said, you know, a lot of people says there's not a lot of things to do at Alice Lloyd. One main thing to do at Alice Lloyd is get an education.
Absolutely.
A good education and probably a free education. That's what the big thing is.
A free, first-rate quality education, that's enough for anybody to be excited about and to have worked as hard for as Bethany has.
I've played for Montgomery County High School since 6th grade. It's been a great experience, especially like with Tony as coach, and we've had a lot of fun playing, and I'm very excited. This is a great opportunity for me, and I'm very thankful that to be going to a school that like doesn't really have a big tuition rate, and the people there are really nice. When I met them, they were super nice to me, and because I was really nervous to meet them, and they were just really nice.
She's one of the best role players I've ever had. She's always got a great attitude. She pitches for us. You know, last year was the first year she really had a lot of pitching time, and she's gotten better every year. She takes lessons, and I think that kind of drive to make herself better is why she's going to be a really good fit for Alice Lloyd, and I think she'll really help them. She'll help us this year too. She you know, we're proud of her. Like I said, I'm proud of her for just the lady she's become more than softball. And I think, like I said, when she was signing, she wants to be a teacher, and we know that coaching's probably in her future. I think that's one of the routes she wants to take, and she's gonna make a good one.
She will fit in really well with us. I've been looking for some pitchers that can hit her spots, and she is one of them. She don't throw her hard, but she does hit her spots, and we want our pitchers to pitch to contact and get ground balls and fly balls and let our defense play behind them. She's an outstanding student, and our admission department was ecstatic when she walked in the door.
A great deal for this young lady and senior to be excited about, plus she's still got all of her senior season to be thrilled about as well. Bethany and the Lady Hornets will see their first pitch of the season Thursday, the 21st of this month, hosting Hazard. And in girls basketball, the 15th region still ongoing. I'm still just not able to make it in the evenings due to so much going on here. A couple of big things we've got going on here in-house and otherwise. So let me just get you caught up to date. It was a barn burner last night. Johnson Central 47, Valley 46. Johnson Central advancing to tonight's girls championship. Floyd Central went down to Pikeville 46-61. Thus a Johnson Central Pikeville matchup in the girls 15th region championship tonight. Of course, the boys' state tournament starts tomorrow at Rupp Arena. There's a lot of exciting basketball going on in the region and, of course, in the state. With that said, a lot happening in your weather forecast, as I alluded to at the start of the program. A couple of different scenarios, a few flurries possible tonight as a weak front is kind of diving in. We've got some precipitation chances on your Thursday, possibly looking at a little snow. Still too early to tell, but also looking at the potential for another bumpy weekend, and it's not going to be a winter one at that, when we could see showers and storms making their way from the plains into eastern Kentucky, especially by Saturday afternoon and evening. We'll talk more about the potential for some rocky weather this weekend when it gets a little closer and we know more. For now, your Licking Valley RECC outlook calls for another bitter one tonight, down to around 12 degrees. And when you again factor in that wind out of the west, 8 to 10, maybe gusting upwards of 20 miles per hour at times, that puts our wind chill factors down to 2, maybe even 0 tonight. So it will be another cold one. Keep that in mind. We're still very well in the middle of some winter weather. Tomorrow, daytime highs are pretty much on par with today. More sunshine, but still the low 30s. We will at least see the upper teens by tomorrow night, and clear conditions start to finish on your Wednesday. Sunny, mostly clear at night, but our next setup rolls in Thursday. Maybe maybe only a few clouds early Thursday, then a 20% chance of some showers after 4 by Thursday night. A pretty good likelihood of some rain changing over to some snow. Nighttime lows around 30. Accumulation, not really seeing a great deal of it Thursday night. We are, however, seeing that snow lingering over to Friday morning, which might be enough to cause some travel issues and school issues. Possibly even mixed with some freezing rain before 9 o'clock or so in the morning, and then snow showers kind of lingering thereafter. 44 ultimately for your Friday. Nighttime lows will be well above freezing at around 36, and that just sets us up for the weekend, which is going to be more active and not in a winter way. 59 for your Saturday. Shower and thunderstorm chances start to roll in by around 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon, and then those chances increase to a likelihood Saturday night, the strength of which still too, like I said, far to tell, but we will keep an eye on the chances and detail it more when I see you back here next time and throughout the rest of the week. As far as Saturday night, we'll see 50 degrees for the low. Sunday, that 40% chance of showers continues up until maybe mid-morning around noon or so. Then we'll see some sunshine Sunday and 56 degrees, so a decent latter half to the weekend, or most of it. Monday, mostly sunny and 52. Tuesday, mostly sunny and 52 again. And that's a wrap for this Tuesday. Tomorrow night, a host of other exclusive news and information, including a look into what's going to be in this week's, as always, special edition of the Sackersville Independent. Hope to see you then. Good night, and thanks for watching.